Daredevil was first created by Stan Lee in April of 1964. The first illustration of Daredevil was created by Jack Kirby and Bill Everett,
and was later followed by Frank Miller in the late 70s. Miller took the basic character and the origins of history in order to adapt, expand, and improve upon them. The Daredevil's real name is Matthew Michael Murdock. He was raised in New York City after being abandoned by his mother. Matt Murdock was raised by his father, boxer Battling Jack Murdock, in Hell's Kitchen. Realizing that rules were needed to prevent people from behaving badly, young Matt decided to study law. However, when he saved a man from an oncoming truck, it spilled a radioactive cargo that rendered Matt blind while enhancing his remaining senses. Under the harsh guidance of blind martial arts master Stick, Matt mastered his heightened senses and became a formidable fighter.
He also attended Columbia University Law School alongside his best friend, Franklin Foggy Nelson. But before Matt earned his Juris Doctorate degree, his father was murdered by agents of the Fixer, also known as Roscoe Sweeney, for refusing to throw a fight. Enraged, while the legal system failed to bring the Fixer to justice, Matt donned a costume made of his father's boxing robe and went into action as Daredevil, savagely beating his father's killers and frightening the Fixer himself to death. Establishing a small New York law firm with Foggy, Matt vowed to serve the law as Matt Murdock and to fight evils beyond the law's reach as Daredevil.
Now hold on a second. You are probably wondering what this has to do with physics. Let's take a look at some terms.
Human echolocation is the ability of humans to detect objects in their environment by sensing echoes from those objects. Animal echolocation, also called biosonar, is a biological sonar used by several kinds of animals. Echolocating animals emit calls out to the environment and listen to echoes of those calls that return from various objects near them. They can use these echoes to locate and identify the objects. Radar waves travel through the air at a speed of light,
and sonar waves travel through water at the speed of sound.
Daredevil uses what they call radar sense, a sort of second sight. He can't see faces or details, but essentially it's a form of radar that travels 360 degrees and gives him a vague, almost outlined sense to the things that are around him at all times. It's an aid as he crusades and fights crime. He knows where the edges of buildings are and where the oncoming cars are coming from.
He uses echolocation, which is similar to visually impaired people who claim to be sensing objects by tactile means, as opposed to hearing them, to the extent that one of the participants in early experiments on what was known at the time as facial vision refused to believe that his experiences were based on hearing. Only after he repeatedly failed to detect objects when his ears were covered would he accept this idea.
What do you think of Daredevil?
Daredevil is preposterous. How is it that a man dresses up as if he were from a comic book? It all started in 1964 with the comic book from Marvel, from some guy, and now it's a man out there loose trying to be a daredevil. I don't think so. Echolocation, radar, I don't think so. He's preposterous for my children. My grandchildren don't want him. They're gonna act like him, want to buy his shirts. I don't want that for my children.
They call me
Daredevil.
Let's try a sample problem demonstrating echolocation. The sound emitted by bats, or daredevil, has a wavelength of 3.5 millimeters.
What is the sound frequency in air, assuming the speed of sound in air is at 20 degrees, with a velocity of 343 meters per second?
Just in case you forgot, here are the definitions for wavelength, frequency, and velocity. Feel free to pause this and review them. Here are knowns and unknowns from the problem.
We can use the formula seen below as wavelength is equal to velocity divided by frequency to find the answer to our problem. Let's see Daredevil physics in action.
Give me your purse. Help! I'm being robbed!